MFK, Jude Law, Robert Downey Jr., or Timothy Chalamet. This is impossible. I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say. I'm going to marry and all three. How's that? I'm a modern woman. I'm not killing anyone. Peace out. Hi, I'm Gwyneth Paltrow, and welcome to the Goop podcast. Today, I'm all by myself. A little bit ago, I asked you guys to send in your questions, and you did, so I'm going to take a stab at answering as many of them as I can right now.
Favorite lobster roll spot?
Controversially, probably my favorite lobster roll is in California at Connie and Ted's seafood restaurant on Santa Monica Boulevard.
Would you consider writing another cookbook dedicated to boyfriend breakfasts?
You know, I've been asked this question a bunch of times. I can't imagine that anybody would want only a breakfast cookbook, but I mean, I've been asked it now enough times. I think maybe I should write a boyfriend breakfast, or at least like put all the recipes on the website. Maybe we'll do that.
Do you do HRT or use a topical estrogen cream?
I do HRT. I think I would kill everyone and myself if I didn't. I don't have a topical estrogen cream, but I've actually been reading about it to help with skin quality, so I'm currently researching.
What are you doubting about yourself currently?
I think I've gotten to the age where I don't doubt very much about myself. There's certain things I don't like about myself, but I work on those things, but fully accept myself and kind of understand where, like, exactly who I am. So I think it causes me not to doubt myself anymore.
What's your go-to Goop Kitchen order?
My Goop Kitchen order, I mean, that's a tough question. It depends if it's lunch or dinner. I'm very into the rotisserie chicken for dinner. We make the best sauces, the best clean barbecue sauce, and the best spicy sauce. It's so good. My favorite lunch order at the moment is the Brad summer salad. It's a tuna salad that I make a lot. It's very delicious. Lots of amazing flavor.
Advice when you're feeling energetically stuck?
I think when you're energetically stuck, I think the best thing to do is really get out of your comfort zone and what you're comfortable with. So force yourself into some kind of uncomfortable situation, like say yes to something you normally wouldn't say yes to, or travel somewhere. I think we feel stuck when we are kind of like in a feedback loop of our life, and I think it's really important to shake it up. Even if it means like reading a book that you wouldn't normally read, like get yourself out of your current perspective.
Favorite movie scene of all time, one you're in and one you're not?
I'm gonna go with the end of 16 Candles when Jake Ryan comes to pick up Molly Ringwald's character after her sister's wedding. I usually don't like the scenes that I'm in because I don't like to watch myself.
That's your answer?
Yes. I guess I recently saw the montage in the Royal Tenenbaums where there's like a million different scenes of her cheating on her husband and making out with a whole bunch of people. That's probably my favorite.
How did you handle the extreme amount of change that comes with your 30s?
I think 30s is really when you feel like you're supposed to be totally grown up and you're supposed to be married, you're supposed to be really established in your career. There's all these sort of shoulds on your 30s, and a lot of times, like I was not married when I was 30, I did not have a kid when I was 30. I think maybe we need to sort of give ourselves more grace, especially in our 30s, because there's this, like, for women, there's this time pressure around having kids, and it really is like a huge change from the 20s to the 30s. It's like a real step into adulthood. So I would just say give yourself some grace. Do things on your own timeline. It's okay. You don't need society to pressure you into any particular paradigm, and I think that makes it a bit easier.
What's one thing you know now about love that you didn't know at 30?
I think when I was 30, I still was very caught up in this idea that I had to earn love and that I wasn't just inherently lovable. I think that's something that I've been able to really work through, and now I feel that love is something that we just all deserve. We don't need to earn it. There doesn't have to be a carrot that we're dangling in front of us. Like each of us are just completely lovable exactly as we are.
What's something your kids have taught you recently?
I feel like my kids recently have taught me, well, there's definitely some slang, which I've now forgotten, but there are like these weird Gen Z words that they have that I'm like, what are you guys saying? And now I can't remember. And they teach me about like new music acts too a lot. My son is always telling me about cool new bands, like this one band called Royal Otis that have become I'm obsessed with. And Apple's gotten me into French indie pop. I learn something from these guys every day, I gotta tell you.
Best book or resource to learn about menopause or hormone options?
I think the best book would be Mary Claire Haver's book. This is what she does. She's total domain expertise in this subject, and I really, really trust her. I think her book is excellent. That's the one I would recommend.
How do you know when something is worth doing versus just being a good idea?
I don't think there's really a way to know that. And that's why we make mistakes, right? That's why, like, sometimes instinctually you'll feel something's a really good idea and you'll go do it, and then it turns out it wasn't such a good idea. But I think you can't know until you try, and it's okay to try something and have it turn out to be a bad idea. That happens all the time. I think it's in the trying that, like, a lot of the lesson and the insight is in the trying.
What's a creative risk or decision that paid off and one that maybe didn't?
I mean, I think starting Goop was a creative risk that has been like an incredible journey, and I've learned so much about myself and about business, and I'm so proud of everything we accomplished. So that's one that has really worked out well, even no matter what the outcome. Like, ultimately, it's been such a rich and amazing experience. I mean, I think we've made a number of creative decisions at Goop over the years that haven't worked out. We tried to do Goop Men for a while. We never got really enough customers there, but it was still fun to do.
What's a small thing that brings you a disproportionate amount of joy?
Honestly, being in nature on a beautiful day gives me an incredible amount of joy. It's obviously so simple and so accessible, but I don't know, there's just something about being outside when the weather's beautiful that sets the world to rights.
How do you ask a guy out when you're in your 40s?
Ooh, that's a good question. God, I would be so freaked out if I had to ask a guy out. What about just trying to like make eye contact and sort of suggest that you want him to talk to you? Is that too old-fashioned? I don't feel brave enough. Pay someone a compliment. I like your shirt, sir. Where did you get that shirt?
Your favorite thing about Brad?
I think just how unconditionally loving he is. There's this like wellspring of love from him all the time. I never feel like he's over me or like annoyed. He's just so loving.
Brad's favorite thing about you?
I wish I could text him to get the answer. Yeah, I want to text him.
My wife says boyfriend breakfast is staged. I say no.
Well, it's not staged. I mean, I think about what I'm going to make the day before so I can get the ingredients and everything. And then I really make it by myself and I serve it to him. And sometimes I ask him for inspiration. No, it's not staged. It's definitely me in there doing it.
How do you cope with all of the criticism aimed at you? You seem so resilient.
I think I'm just very detached from other people's opinions, especially strangers' opinions. I don't know. I think just over the years I've become very inured to other people's ideas of me. And I think the more that I have accepted myself and really become friends with myself, I just don't really care that much anymore. I used to care a lot and get hurt, but now I've made peace with who I am. I don't let it be a reflection of who I am back to me.
What's your favorite wine under $30?
My favorite wine under $30 is Aveline, for sure. Made with organic grapes. There's no weird additives in it. They don't put sugar in it. It's a very kind of like clean wine. Is made by some incredible women, and it's a great price point. I just think it's fantastic.
What traits do your children have that inspire you?
Well, my son is possibly the kindest person ever of all time. He's just so kind, and he's never like even snarky in a funny way. He's just such a good person. So I find that very inspiring because I am snarky in a funny way, and he's a much better person than I am. And my daughter, I really admire and am inspired by her strength. She's very self-possessed. She's a very strong young woman, and she is hilarious, like one of the funniest, quick-witted people I've ever met.
Best book that you've read lately?
Oh, what's the book? Oh my God, I know the author, but what's the name of the book that I'm halfway through right now that's so good? The Emperor of Gladness. Reading that book now, it's so good, incredibly written. Amazing author, young, beautiful man, loving it so far.
What's the most ungoop thing about you?
I'm pretty goopy, guys. I definitely still have one cocktail a week, but I feel like that is goopy. I think I'm just goopy through and through. I hate to say it.
What's something deeply uncool that you secretly love?
Phil Collins. Love Phil Collins. You think he's cool?
Well, I love Phil Collins.
He's brilliant. His songs are incredible, but I'm not sure he's cool.
Favorite way to use ChatGPT or AI?
I've built some GPTs that have, I upload with specific information that have then this incredible knowledge base. So, I'll upload information and then I can ask it a million questions. I've built a few of these and I find them incredibly helpful. I have one around health data. I have one for Goop Kitchen. I'm on it a lot.
What things do you consider when deciding what businesses you want to invest in?
I think when I first started investing, I just kind of thought oh, this is a good idea. I'll invest in it. Now I put more of a process around it, but I really look for an incredible founder. I think founders are critical. And I look for something that I would use and love. I invested in an Aura ring when everybody was like, why are you doing that? I don't get it. Nobody's going to care. Nobody's going to wear an Aura ring. But I personally was so interested in personal health data and sleep data. And I thought, no, this is going to take hold. People are going to want to invest in that. So I think that's an example of a product that I was really excited to invest in. I really like better for you things, unsurprisingly, Olipop is something I invest in. I love that brand. I think I have a good instinct around what's coming around the corner, and so I look for opportunities to invest in that. Is this thing gonna solve a problem, or is it gonna capture people's hearts? And then if it's already launched, is it working? Is there product market fit? Are customers coming back and back again? There are certain metrics that you look at to understand, if something has real traction. Is there a moat around it or not? A lot of these things that I look at that I really love, it could be hydration packs or something like that. It's really hard to create a defensible moat around that. Anybody can do that. So as much as I might love a brand, I might not think of it as a good investment necessarily.
Who are your style icons?
Jane Birkin is probably my main style icon, easy, undone, French thing. I really love that. Yeah, she's probably my number one.
How has your relationship with yourself changed now that your kids are out of the house?
Well, if you've listened to this podcast before, you know that it was very tumultuous for me when my kids left the house. But it's actually been kind of incredible to reconnect with myself in a deeper way that I hadn't done in a long time. I think when you're so oriented around your kids and your schedule and everything, Brad said it really well. He said my nervous system was tethered to them and their plans and their emotional well-being. And when they leave the house, you sort of get all this space back. It's been 20 years since I've had time to reflect or to center myself in a day. And I think it's really deepened my relationship with myself. And, it's sort of interesting to kind of flash forward 20 years and then be able to reflect back on everything that's happened in the last 20 years or so. So it's been really interesting.
Who would you want to play you in a movie?
Well, Apple Martin could play me in a movie, right? She would be the logical choice.
And who would you want to play in a movie?
It's a good question. I mean, maybe like back in the day, I would have liked to play someone like an adventurer, like, I don't know, Amelia Earhart or Joan of Arc or something like that. Like somebody really, really bold and boundary breaking.
Your favorite thing you've ever worn on the red carpet?
My favorite thing I've ever worn on the red carpet, I think, is a Prada dress I wore to the Venice Film Festival in maybe 2011, maybe? It was this beautiful, like, peach blush colored dress with a big bow at the back, and it was so pretty. That's probably my favorite.
One thing you may regret?
Well, there's the very controversial Alexander McQueen number that I wore to the Oscars in, I don't even know what year. Sort of a goth situation. I think it's cool, but maybe it wasn't the best overall. So the hair was a little severe, the makeup was, it's probably not my best.
Do you still have it?
I still have it, yes. Apple tried it on the other day, actually. It was awesome.
What does a perfect day look like for you?
A perfect day would start with me having an excellent sleep score on my Oura Ring, like well into the 90s. And then, like any other day, my coffee hour with Brad in the morning. And then just a day with nothing to do, no obligations whatsoever, just sort of letting the day unfold, preferably with all the kids home.
What's your favorite restaurant in LA?
Ooh, that's tough. I think my favorite right now is this tiny little sushi restaurant called Yamamoto, which is like 8 seats, and it's just so exquisite. The chef is amazing. It's a really sublime experience. Even the ceramics, and it's just beautiful. I'm not usually a big omakase person, but this place is like unbelievable.
What do you hope your kids say about you when you're not in the room?
I hope they don't roll their eyes, when I leave. I don't know. I hope they say that, they want to be with me. And like that. That's it.
What would you say has been your most valuable life lesson or a lesson you had to learn the hard way?
That love is painful. It just is. And to not do the inevitable, guarding against it. Relent into the fullness of love and all of its vulnerability, and expose yourself to the potential of the pain of losing it, because that's really all there is.
How do you handle the grief of friends moving through different phases of life before you?
Again, I think that society puts all of these constraints or expectations on us, like we have to do something by a certain time or achieve this goal by a certain age, and so we transpose that onto our friends. So if somebody's married before us, we think there's something wrong with us, or we're never going to find our person. I don't know. I think it would be cool to just put all of that down and just fully embrace the radicalness of your own path, and not look sideways at what your friends are doing, and just love the uncertainty of your life, knowing that one day, if you want to get married, you will get married, and then you'll be married for the rest of your life. So embrace it now while you're free, the ups and the downs. And yeah, once you have kids, your life is never the same. So be punk rock about it, about your singlehood, and embrace it.
Who's coming up next on the podcast?
We are actually going to take a little bit of a summer break, but we're going to be back in September. We have some really exciting guests coming up. So yeah, tune back in September.
Do you want to see if Brad's having?
Oh, I honestly don't have a favorite, he said. I truly love every aspect of you. Your physical beauty, the way your body moves through space, the way you disappear a little when you're working, the way your hands add something to a pan. Your love of dirty jokes and well-plastered walls. How much you know about art, that you feel so comfortable naked and hate fake people. When you're needy, when you're angry on the road. I love when you chug water by the bedside at night. I like the things you choose to worry about and how you handle problems. I love your morning routine and when you act like I've been demanding you to get out of the bath when I haven't said a word about it. I love the skin on the back of your knees and the arch of your feet, and when you smile at me in bed after you've put in your retainers. I love how hard you try and how often you succeed. I can keep going if you like. Okay, I'm crying a little, but
Keep going.
thank you so much for tuning into the Goop podcast. I hope you have enjoyed this AMA session, and I appreciate your time and your care and interest, and I'll see you next time.